John and Nicole with you on SportsCenter. This road trip for the Lakers hasn't exactly been amazing. 3 straight losses, all on the road. Now they get the Pistons. Who's in the house? Flavor Flav. If you didn't know, look for the clock. Bojan Bogdanovic. Third quarter was out of his mind. Knocks down a 3. Guess what? Does it again. Knocks down a 3. We're going to contest it. Knocks down another 3. Career high in the quarter. 25 points, literally just in the third. But the Lakers also have these two. Anthony Davis, LeBron James. Lakers up 3. Russell Westbrook to Anthony Davis, who throws that down. He had 17 points in the third. He finished with 34. How about LeBron in transition? Using the muscles. He had 13 in the fourth quarter. Finished with 35. Lakers up 8. But again, Bogdanovic. Offensive board, here he comes in for the layup. He had 38 points, and it was a 2-point game. Pistons down. 17.3 on the clock. LeBron, where's the dagger? Austin Reeves, obviously. Lakers get the win. They close out the road trip with that one, 124-117.
By LA right now.
I'm a little encouraged. I think, it started off kind of bumpy, and then all of a sudden AD's gotten in the mix. He's turned things around. LeBron was out for a little bit, and AD started to play better. He started buying into playing the 5 some, and it seems like that they're now on the same page with Darvin Ham for the most part. You got Brook coming off the bench. He's not having any major issues. So I'm encouraged by it. Although they got a tough one tonight in Cleveland, that's going to be a tough one. And if they get this one, you got to get even more encouraged.
Yeah.
Let me say this to you. First of all, to Magic Johnson, where the hell you been, man? I mean, you Irvin Magic Johnson. I mean, we ain't supposed to just be hearing tweets from you about the game of basketball. You are Irvin Magic Johnson, the greatest point guard in the history of the sport. We need to see you back on TV talking some basketball. So the invite to First Take is here. That's number 1. Number 2, he's right about Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis looks spectacular.
Yes.
He looks unstoppable. He looks like a top 5 player on the planet, which we all knew he could be. I said it last year. I had him top 5 if he's healthy, top 7 easily. And people were getting at me. My issue was the questionable durability. And it's still a question mark because you still wait for him to get hurt. Every game you still wait for him to get hurt.
Come on, man.
You don't wish it. Of course, we love Anthony.
No, I know
he's a good
that.
dude, too. But you're just saying, he's just everything. It's just, you worry about it. But I got to take a moment to give a few people props. Anthony Davis is one thing. That's a given. LeBron James, spectacular, 26-8, doing what he's doing, given. This kid, Lonnie Walker, the 4th, is averaging 16 points, shoot 39% from three-point range. I mean, he's balling for them. I give him credit where credit's due. And I can't say enough about Russell Westbrook since he's come off the bench.
Yeah, just fall in line.
I'm like, yo, we got to take a moment to give Russell Westbrook some major,
but it's all about
props.
communication, though.
I agree. It's more about the communication. And listen, I'm knocking Frank Vogel in any way, but Darvin Ham clearly is communicating with him better than whatever kind of communication he had with Frank Vogel. That's right, and AD.
Well.
Darvin Ham, and I'm a Phil Handy fan as well. Everywhere he goes, teams win championships. So this man is an assistant coach of somebody whose name needs to be mentioned. But I'm here to tell you this. Darvin Ham's doing a hell of a job thus far right now. I still say they can't shoot, which is a problem. They had one shooter, one bona fide sniper. The Los Angeles Lakers would be a problem for a lot of teams in the NBA. And we're going to see over the next 3 games, Cleveland, Toronto, and Philly, all on the road.
Yep.
We're going to see what they do over the next 3 games. But Anthony Davis is clearly a league MVP candidate, has returned to all-star form. LeBron James is still that dude. And Russell Westbrook coming off the bench with his activity, his energy, his aggression, tacking the basket, averaging over 7 assists off the bench. I can't say enough about the job that Russell Westbrook has been doing since he's been coming off the bench. We need to give him props.
Didn't you say Tatum last week?
I got Tatum. Don't get me wrong. Anthony Davis is a leading candidate for league MVP honors. Yeah. But number 1 on my list would be Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum has established himself as a superstar in this league. And the Boston Celtics, I started the season talking about Golden State and Brooklyn because that was my wish list. But now that they've played a few games and we've watched them, the Boston Celtics are clearly the team to beat in the National Basketball Association. They are number 1, and everybody got to look out for them. Tatum is playing like a dude that said, yo, y'all, I know I messed up in the NBA Finals. I wasn't myself. I got to make amends for that. That's how he playing. And Jaylen Brown is that dude, too. We know that.
You think
Good
Boston's going
Brogdon,
back?
good pickup.
I don't know. about
Mazzulla's
that
doing
yet.
a hell of a job.
But
coaching.
they look like they headed in that way.
Yes.
They
Who,
look like it
who
for
would
sure.
you take out of the West right now? Would it Golden State and
Golden State still roller coaster ride.
And like we were going to be able to see if they really, really wanted to win this game right at the beginning. And they did. They came out, I think the first defensive possession, they made it really hard for the Pistons to get a basket. So they were locked in, only 4 turnovers in the first half. So that 12-point cushion, again, on the road, forcing the home team to play from behind allows you to withstand that 41-point third quarter that they gave up. But then the Pistons had to use all of that energy to work their way back in the game. And the opponent's record, as you go on long road trips, each game gets exponentially harder the more days you're out on the road. You know, fatigue, travel, plane rides, late nights. So the Lakers should be happy with this win. And quick turnaround to Tuesday night. But anytime the Lakers and Celtics get together, obviously they won't have a difficult time being focused and ready for that one.
Love that last play right there. Love what LeBron had to say right now to Mike Trudell. I trust AR. So he threw him the ball in the corner. What did the second-year player do? Buried one of the biggest shots of his brief career so far. Look, the Lakers had to win this game. Detroit is the worst team record-wise in the NBA. And I know the Lakers have been on the road for 10 days, 6th game, but they finished the road trip the way they started it with a W. If you had said they go 3-3 on this road trip, I would have taken it. You know, I would have taken it. You know why? They started off the year 0-6 on the road, so they're definitely getting their house in order when they go away from home.
We'll talk LeBron James and Anthony Davis, guys, because we know it starts and ends with them. But I think we do need to give Austin Reeves some love, and we have a lot lately, and deservedly so. He had just 6 shots tonight, 3 of 6, coming off that season high in Philly of 25. But he had the 3 at the end of the buzzer at the half, and then he had that shot right there, which really just sealed the deal. But that trust in him as a second-year player, Fish.
You would said 4 and 2 would have been, you know, quote unquote successful. Of course, you end up missing the 2 games with the flu or whatever illness. How do you feel like getting this win though brings you out of it and gets you back into a rhythm going back to Los Angeles?
Yeah, it was a must-win for us. We knew that. You know, I lost a game for us in Philly. And then, you know, me and Bron missed a game, and then I didn't play Cleveland. So, you know, we consider this a successful trip. You know, 500. You know, the last game was always the toughest. You know, because you going back home, been on the road for 11 days. Can't wait to get back to your families and, you know, back in your own bed, things like that. So, you know, but this team's you know, it's a good team. They got a lot of scoring. You know, Donovan. You know, Donovich got high from 3. All the guys that shot the ball really well in the third quarter. So, but we just stayed resilient, kept fighting, and a must-win for us.
You were able to have a big scoring game, even with, you know, fewer field goal attempts. LeBron was also able to go over 30. Do you think that could be a good model where you're able to be that efficient and still be aggressive, but other teammates are able to go too?
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, guys were feeling it. You know, Austin, Pat hit some shots. Lonnie, you know, Bron. So, you know, we don't try to force feed anyone. Just let the game come to us. And, you know, the third quarter, you know, it was my time, you know, kind of, you know, stretching the fourth. Myself, Dennis, you know, Austin with a big 3. So we just sharing the basketball.
You took the ownership for the way the game ended in Philly, but Austin was certainly part of it. He missed free throw just like you did. Do you feel extra happy or extra good for him to see him make the clutch 3 today in the first chance to make up for the Philly game?
Yeah, I mean, that was a big shot. You know, one thing about Austin, you know, he loves taking the big shots. He hit big shots for us all season, and even last season as well. He's playing really well, doing the right things, and, you know, he's continuously getting better.
AD, kind of a mixed bag of close games for you on this trip. I mean, obviously the win in Milwaukee, the comeback in Philly, but then not able to score, and then maybe get? Or do you kind of see maybe sort of obvious things that can be?
I mean, we're executing better in our close games, which we're able to get some wins. Like Milwaukee, Philly, we were kind of down, just fought back. I think we executed really well, played with a lot of resiliency, toughness down the stretch in Philly. And, when you use everything you got to fight back, then going to overtime, you got to be perfect again. You kind of just use all your gas. So I think that's kind of what happened. A lot of shots for short. And then tonight, I mean, like I say, when you're on the road, home team always want to make a run. We had some, even in the first half, they were making some tough shots. Third quarter, our guys are right there on bogey. Dennis, Pat, Austin, and he's shooting threes. Our guys are right there because you're not trying to foul him, So, and he made them. So hats off to him. They're there. He gets paid the big bucks to make big shots, and he did that for him tonight. But as far as us, we just